What in the world could Kanye West's wife Bianca Censori be hiding? People are saying Bianca's got some secret about her marriage to Kanye West that she's keeping under wraps, and a body language expert corroborates these claims.
He feels like she's taking advantage of his generosity.
Since tying the knot, Bianca and Kanye have been out and about quite a bit. Their bold and unusual fashion choices in public have definitely caught some attention globally.
That's the beginning of our new species constitution.
Alongside that, there have been some rumors floating around that Kanye West might be exerting a little too much control over Bianca, trying to transform her into his ideal woman.
Like, this is her before Kanye, literal supermodel who's had the light stolen from behind her eyes from this man. He is just such bad news, and I hope she gets away from him.
Even though there were some reports of a break in October of 2023, Kanye and Bianca were seen dancing in Dubai by the end of November 2023.
The lovebirds were absolutely beaming as they watched some impressive dance moves from other party attendees.
Later, they were spotted at a fancy resort in the city, and Bianca chose a pretty unconventional outfit considering the scorching heat in the United Arab Emirates. Some fans also think that she could possibly be kicked out of Dubai just for the type of clothing that she's wearing.
They left everyone turning heads and staring because of how good they look together, especially Bianca Censori.
After all, it is a conservative Muslim country, so she's definitely got to be careful there. In some of the recent photos of the couple in Dubai, we saw Bianca wearing a fluffy hat in the heat, as well as she was also covering her face with her hand. Inbal Honigman, who is a well-known body language expert, looked at these pictures and raised a significant question. What does Bianca know and not tell? Like, what's she hiding here? So she shared some intriguing insights while analyzing the new photos, and this is what she had to say. Out on their stroll, Kanye with a length of material over his head and Bianca with a fluffy mane for a hat and a matching lion soft toy in her arms, the pair is in lockstep. Their legs appear to be working in unison. When his left leg is rising, so is hers. When his drops back to the ground, so does hers. A couple walking in lockstep suggests that they have similar goals and aspirations, and this is a good sign for the married couple. They're looking towards each other, which is another positive sign as they are attentive and connected to each other. However, according to Inbal Honigman, things weren't all sunshine and roses for Kanye West and Bianca. When she took a closer look at some of the photos, she had some additional observations and stated this. However, as they stroll, Kanye's arms swish rhythmically by his side, which is normal. Bianca, however, covers her mouth with her hand. This is a gesture that could mean secrecy. She might know something we don't yet. There's a hidden truth that Bianca isn't keen to share yet. And that's pretty interesting hearing these insights, because there has been a lot of rumors and speculation that Bianca Censori could be pregnant, or potentially her and Kanye West are trying to adopt, maybe grow their family, have children in some way, shape, or form together. Or, it could be the fact that Bianca's all new to this whole celebrity lifestyle and just feels pretty uncomfortable with all the attention that she's getting, as well as there could be some things going on behind the scenes in their relationship, like maybe too much control is being exerted over her and she's just kind of resisting that, or doesn't want to admit it or speak up about it. Again, this is not saying that Kanye West is purposely trying to harm her or anything like that. It's just people have speculated in the past that, well, Kanye West, he likes to take charge in what his female partners look like, how they dress in public, how they act in public. And he does it as an expression of himself, an artistic expression of himself through his female partner, and then puts them on display for the world to see. And boom, there you go, it's art. So he may not necessarily be coming from a bad place here. It's just, this is Kanye West, and being in a relationship with him could have some additional strings that Bianca never really signed up for. Angelina Jolie is done with Hollywood and is gonna leave for good after she divorces Brad Pitt. If you don't know, Angelina Jolie and her husband Brad Pitt have been going through a divorce for literally 7 years now, and at this point, you could imagine it's been getting pretty messy, hence a long, ongoing, dragged out divorce process.
Angelina Jolie is shedding light on the healing journey she and her family went through following her and Brad Pitt's divorce.
Now Angelina Jolie is opening up a little bit more about the divorce and what's going on behind the scenes, as well as where she's at mentally and emotionally about it.
The Oscar winner and humanitarian touched on their 2016 separation in a new cover story with WSJ magazine.
Angelina went on to say that after her divorce, she lost the ability to live and travel as freely as she did before, and she revealed that she will move as soon as she can.
What's that expression? It's how well you walk through the fire, but you walk through it.
Brad Pitt and Angelina, parents of 6 children, they tied the knot back in 2014 after almost 10 years together. However, their marriage abruptly ended in 2016 when Angelina filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences.
Angelina also reflected on how in the years since her divorce,
feel everything and then go right through it and get out the other end.
This decision, though, to end their marriage reportedly followed accusations of Brad Pitt physically mistreating Angelina and their eldest child, Maddox, and this happened during a private plane, and this incident took place in September 2016 when Maddox was just 15 years old.
Ironically, as part of the problem, she's part of the reason why Hollywood is such a messed up place.
Angelina is said to have documented the alleged plane incident in legal papers, accusing Brad of both physical and emotional mistreatment. This led to an FBI investigation into Brad Pitt's actions, and he admitted to yelling at his son, but denied causing any physical harm to either Maddox or Angelina. Ultimately, he was cleared of all of the charges. But despite that, it still didn't fix the marriage, and the alleged private plane incident, coupled with their disputes over shared assets and custody, has made Angelina and Brad Pitt's split exceptionally messy and continues to unfold publicly.
I think someone who's bold and maybe a little mad.
In an interview with the Wall Street Journal in December of 2023, Angelina disclosed that once their divorce is completely finalized, she intends to leave Los Angeles. She's gone from Hollywood entirely. She describes Hollywood and its surroundings as shallow, and she expressed a desire to pursue more authenticity in her life.
The Maleficent actress is opening up about her decision to eventually leave Los Angeles.
She just wants to be around more authentic people, authentic environment. So for Angelina, she said that she grew up in Hollywood, so she wasn't really somebody that bought into the whole hype of going to Hollywood one day and buying into the glitz and glamour of it all. Like, she's been there, she's born into it. She would rather spend more of her time now visiting and helping refugees and traveling to other countries and spending time with people who have really gone through tough experiences, like people that are more down to earth and not as fake as she says the people in Hollywood are. Not that people in Hollywood don't really go through tough times either, and there's not any genuine people in Hollywood, but just the whole Hollywood scene, I think, for Angelina has gotten boring for her, and the environment just isn't a place anymore that she feels that she can thrive in.
Get out of your head and be willing to make a fool of yourself.
Despite her desire to leave, though, Angelina mentioned that due to the divorce, her ability to travel freely has been restricted over the past few years. And discussing her divorce more closely, Angelina revealed that she and her children have had to go through a healing process after all of this that went down, especially in the past few years. It was really intense for them. And in her own words, this is what she said: "We had to heal. There are things we needed to heal from." And then when speaking about the closeness that she shares with her kids, here's what she added: "They are the closest people to me in my life, and they are my closest friends. We're 7 very different people, which is our strength."
When your children are your best friends, it's kind of it's a nice life.
All right, everybody, there you have it. Angelina Jolie, she is officially done with Hollywood. It's just a matter of time now. But with the way that this divorce is dragging on, who knows when it will ever finish? We may see it finish in a few years. Maybe it's gonna drag on for another 7 years. I don't really know. I don't think that Angelina wants to have it drag out any longer. That's why she's speaking out a little bit more publicly. It's like, let's get the ball rolling, kind of putting the pressure on Brad Pitt a little bit. Hopefully they can come to some type of settlement when it comes to assets and custody. Jada Pinkett Smith has shared that the notorious slap at the 2022 Oscars actually played a crucial role in saving her marriage with Will Smith. What? Okay, guys, how can a slap actually save a marriage?
So Jada Pinkett Smith has said that Will Smith slapping Chris Rock saved their marriage.
In a recent interview, she reflected, and this is what she said. After all those years trying to figure out if I would leave Will's side, it took that slap for me to see I will never leave him. And she also pondered the unknowns, and this is what she said in the interview. Who knows where our relationship would be if that hadn't happened?
Jada Pinkett revealing they've been living completely separate lives since 2016.
That's one way to make lemonade out of lemons, and another way to, put a positive spin on things. Okay. Well, the couple, Jada and Will, they got married back in 1997, and they recently disclosed that they've been separated for 7 years, and this happened in October of 2023 when Jada revealed this information.
From the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
Yes.
y'all have been...
Jada Pinkett Smith recalled the pivotal moment when Will Smith intervened at the Oscars after Chris Rock made some comments and made a joke about her having alopecia.
He is praying that Will Smith wins, like, please.
The whole world thought it was funny, but Will somehow snapped and lost it, slapped the guy on stage on live TV, man. And now Jada is actually calling it the holy slap. And this, of course, signifies the positive outcomes that came from the slap. Jada expressed gratitude for attending the event, saying that such moments reveal the true nature of a relationship when things become challenging.
Still trying to figure out between the two of us how to be in partnership.
Even after Jada shared some intimate details, including her affair with August Alsina in her memoir, while Will Smith stood by her during a joint appearance in October of 2023. And Will, he had acknowledged the complexity of their relationship, describing it as brutiful, which is a blend of brutal and beautiful experiences, of course. And Will Smith, he also showed some gratitude to Jada for her support, recognizing that his dreams were significantly built on the foundation of her sacrifices. And he also mentioned that Jada's memoir served as a big wake-up call for him, realizing that a form of emotional blindness can actually set in when you've been with somebody for more than half your life. And on Jada's part, she also had something similar to say, and this is what she had to say in her own words. You never stop learning about your partner. I gave Will such intimate insight into everything in a way that I don't know if he would have had without a book. I think that's been a huge benefit. It's really beautiful. Okay, guys, with that said, I'm not sure how I feel about this, because on one hand, I'm all for, making lemonade out of lemons. Like, I get it, taking a negative situation, learning from it, extracting the positive, and moving forward. But at the same time, what message did Will Smith and Jada just send? Like, I'm grateful for the slap, well, for you, but like, what about for the other people that witnessed it and the fans, the people that looked up to you and Will Smith and even Chris Rock as a person, as a human, how dehumanizing that was for him. Like, I guess they talked about it, they did apologize, okay, I get it. But at the same time, something like that, it's not gonna be easily forgotten. And I think right now, Jada and Will are just trying to do a lot of cleanup, trying to, reshape their public image. I don't think they have it yet. I think the public is largely not in favor of Jada and Will. Not necessarily that they're these evil people, but just when you're that famous and on that level of public attention being on you all the time, your actions have a greater impact in society. That's just how it goes. So guys, what are your thoughts about this? Jada and her comments saying that the slap actually saved her marriage, whatever that marriage actually is, because she even said who knows if they'll be married in the next 10 years. Like, this could all lead to a divorce. Like she said in her own words, they're divorced in actuality, but they're not divorced on paper.
Yes. It was not a divorce on paper,
right?
But it was a divorce.
Yeah, so I guess this is what it is, their relationship or non-relationship, whatever it is, for Jada and Will. It seems to be working for them, but again, is it just a facade and trying to keep up the image of, yeah, things are working, yeah, we're working out and it's going great, look, we fixed it, we've made a positive out of a negative, and look at us, like we're growing. All of that to just mask that the marriage is actually pretty much over and they're just delaying the inevitable. Ariana Grande has been labeled as a homewrecker for making her new boyfriend, Ethan Slater, leave his wife and 10-month-old baby to be with her. Both Ariana and Ethan are still legally married to their significant others.
Fans are calling Ariana Grande a homewrecker after she and Ethan Slater started dating.
Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez, her husband, who are on the brink of divorce now, officially confirmed their decision to separate on July 18th, 2023. However, it's reported that they have been living apart since January of 2023 when Ariana Grande, she traveled to London to film her movie Wicked. Shortly after the announcement, news emerged that Ariana Grande had started dating her Wicked co-star, Ethan Slater. And Ethan Slater has been married to Lily J for 11 years, and they welcomed their first child together in 2022. However, his romantic involvement with Ariana Grande sparked a whole lot of public outrage, with some people portraying Ariana Grande as the cause of Ethan Slater's marriage to break down.
Ethan Slater's wife Lily J appears to be blindsided that her husband is dating Ariana Grande.
Ethan Slater and Lily J's love story began in high school in Maryland back in 2012, and they tied the knot in 2018. They are known as high school sweethearts. And in January of 2023, Ethan Slater confirmed on his now private Instagram account that they had a baby in December of 2022. Now in May of 2023, Ethan publicly praised Lily J's new role as a mother in an Instagram post, and he shared a photo of their son's head casting a shadow along the wall, and he wrote this: "Happy first Mother's Day to the most loving, caring, and wonderful mom person in the world from me and this little guy." Fans have expressed a lot of frustration over the fact that Ariana Grande had actually liked Ethan Slater's Mother's Day post on Instagram, leading them to believe that Ariana and Ethan, as well as Lily, might have had some type of relationship or interaction in the past. Now, when news broke that Ariana Grande had moved on quickly from her husband Dalton Gomez to her Wicked co-star Ethan Slater, it came as a big surprise to many people, including Ethan Slater's wife Lily J Slater. According to an unnamed source, Lily J was completely blindsided. She did not see this coming at all, and the source said that she is deeply affected by this whole situation. The source was quoted as saying, "It's horrible. They were high school sweethearts. They have a baby. She's a wreck." Reports also suggest that the couple's split was completely sudden and there were no apparent signs of trouble in their relationship. They had a pretty good thing going. Some speculate though that Ethan's new romance with Ariana could have been a factor in his separation with his wife. Now, back in November of 2022, Ethan Slater posted an anniversary tribute to his wife on Instagram, referring to her as his best friend and celebrating their 4 years of marriage and 10 years together at the time. And interestingly though, Ariana had actually liked that post at the time. Now, in the midst of all this controversy surrounding Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater's romance, some reports point out that Ethan Slater is not being held accountable for what some see as morally reprehensible behavior.
They have a lot in common and have a lot of fun.
Leaving his wife, shortly after she gave birth to their son. While Ariana Grande is facing most of the blame and she's being called a homewrecker, or she's being blamed for her shady behavior.
What? I'm grateful.
But critics are saying that people should also acknowledge that both individuals are responsible for their actions when it comes to entering a new relationship. Ariana and Ethan reportedly began dating only after both had ended their previous relationships. Whether any form of infidelity occurred, that remains unclear at this point.